Hello, family. This is your friend Kenisha, and welcome to another episode of TNT Tuesday. Boom! This is where we are blowing it up around the conversation of transformation. Remember, when we talk about the word transformation, we break that down to the word transform. We know that transform means to make a thorough or dramatic change in character, form, or appearance. And then we broke the word transform down. We split that into two acronyms. So for trans, we are taking real people and navigating them towards success. And for form, it is forcing ourselves into radical metamorphosis or focusing our mind on the right mindset. So we have been in this same series for the last 2 months, thinking that leads to success. Why are we spending so much time on our thinking? Because as we've talked about and as we'll continue to talk about for this month, everything starts with the way that we think. So it's worth talking about that. So then last week we talked about excuse-free thinking. We do not want to give any time for us to make excuses. And today we're going to talk about see your thoughts as seeds. But before we do that, let's go back. I'm going to read to you the definition of the word thinking. It says, the process of using one's mind to consider a reason about something, using thought, a radical judgment. So our quote for today, it's by Louise Hay, and she said this: every thought we think is creating our future. Every thought that we think, there's seeds to our future. Thought in, seed in. Keep thinking about the thought, watering the thought. So here's some interesting facts about seeds, since we're talking about that. It says that in the seed, check this out. In the seed, it says that in its embryonic state, it has that which is, it's going to be on the outside. All of that is within the seed. It also says that each seed contains everything it needs to live its life for the first few days after it's planted. That's powerful. Everything that it needs to begin with, it's within that seed. And then I want to read this. It says, it must be remembered that seeds are living organisms in a dormant stage. So we pick up seeds, we look at seeds, we chew seeds sometimes if we eat them in the fruit and we don't realize they're seed. All of these things with seeds. But every seed, lying within every seed, it says it lies a living organism in its dormant stage. So though it may not look like anything, there's life there. So we'll be coming from a new book for this month. This is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It's one of the classic books. One of my friends gave this to me. And we'll be reading from pages 11 to 12. And let's see what it says here. It says that aphorism, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, not only embraces the whole of a man's being, but is so comprehensive as to reach out to every condition and circumstance of his life. A man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all of his thoughts. As the plant springs from and could not be without the seed, so every act of man springs from the hidden seeds of thought and could not have appeared without them. This applies equally to those acts called spontaneous and unpremeditated, as to those which are deliberately executed. It says, act is the blossom of thought, and joy and suffering are its fruits. Thus does a man garner in the sweet and bitter fruitage of his own industry. So our final thoughts, when we're thinking about seeds and our thoughts, you want to think of this. Thoughts are seeds. Every thought that you take, they're seeds. Watered seeds, meaning when you keep thinking on those thoughts, good or bad, when you water them, watered seeds take root. And then rooted seeds spring forth. So thinking about your thoughts and your thinking, Every thought that you take in, family, it's a seed. So if it's a great thought, great. If it's not, uproot it. Don't water it, because when you water it, it takes root. And when it takes root, it produces fruit. And we only want the fruit in our lives that's going to produce a good harvest. So our closing thought, our question: which seeds of your mind will you water this week? This is your friend Kenesha. I'm committed to you. I'm with you. I want you to have thinking that leads to success in your life. Hey, I love you. Have a great day.